Hey guys, today I'm going to be reviewing Dauntless, the new Monster Hunter-esque type of game that's been rising in popularity. This game is doing so well that the last time I checked it had over 6 million players. So let's get right into the review. The whole premise of Dauntless is basically you are a slayer. Now, what a slayer does is hunt down behemoths. Now, why are you killing these behemoths? The game doesn't really explain it too well, so let me try to sum it up. The Shattered Isles are what I'm assuming is all that's left of Earth, based off of first impressions of the game. And the reason behind it all are these ether-hungry behemoths. These behemoths feed on what's left of the only living space for mankind, and you and the other slayers are humanity's only hope for survival. It's a pretty straightforward story, but there really isn't much of one. You start the game off by making a poorly modeled character. It's very similar to Sea of Thieves. If you haven't seen any character models from Sea of Thieves, I'll try to find some examples, but when I was making my character for Dauntless, that was all I could really think about. Now, the job of a slayer is to kill these behemoths, so we're given 6 different weapons to choose from. A sword, an axe, chain blades, which remind me of Kratos' weapons in God of War, a war pike, a hammer, and repeaters, which is a weird way to say guns. All of the weapons are different in fighting styles and have combos that you have to learn very early in the game, but every weapon is pretty fun. Smashing monsters in the head with a hammer, stabbing them with a war pike, and even blasting them with like those really strong shots from your pistols, they really keep you entertained for hours. Now that you've hunted a behemoth, you can craft different armor and weapons. The reason to do so is because you can put different elemental statuses on your armor and weapons, and later on it'll help you defeat behemoths. Very early in the game you'll learn all this. A lot of that factors in when you're defeating a behemoth. Now, the way to level up in this game is to hunt down a behemoth, craft weapons and armor, upgrade weapons and armor, and repeat. Now, it's a very grindy game. You might have to fight a behemoth more than maybe 10 times before you actually get a piece that you actually want for your armor or weapon. But you can experiment with different weapons to see which is the most enjoyable to use when grinding and which weapons aren't as fun to use when grinding. The game itself actually looks pretty good for a free-to-play game. The behemoths look cool, the armor looks cool. It could be just me, but I like the way that everything looks in the game. It looks very clean. Maybe not so much on my old PS4, but on a PS4 Pro, an Xbox One X, or a decent gaming PC, it runs very smooth. Also, another great feature about this game is that it's cross-platform. Now, you can play from any one of the platforms that I just mentioned, and you can play with your friends even if they're on a different platform. I noticed that ever since Fortnite introduced this mechanic into all the other platforms, it even has more than that. It has the Nintendo Switch, the phones, etc. But Dauntless is getting, Xbox, PlayStation, and PC cross-platform, and I feel like games are leaning more towards that now, and we see this example here in Dauntless. The Dauntless full release came out more than like a week ago, and so it still has some bugs. You can't always pick up materials, you can't always heal yourself properly. One time I fell off the edge of one of the floating islands and I just kept falling continuously until the hunt ended. But besides that, Dauntless is a very entertaining and strategic beast hunting game that you can enjoy by yourself or with 3 of your friends. I give Dauntless a 9 out of 10. This game can provide you with hours of fun until the next best thing comes out. Well, I hope you guys liked the video. If you wish to play Dauntless, it's free right now in the console stores and in the Epic Games Store for PC players. This has been Mega Marco, and I'll see you guys next time.